I would like to create a navigation bar. I'd like to create a simple navigation bar. So I will name this nav.html, maybe nav.css. Nav.css. What I'm going to do is I will say simple navigation bar, and right in the body we're going to have this header. So I need to include the extensions too as well. So now the CSS, the body. So I have an image, the logo, Scottigen logo. So I will use ing. Remember, ing tag is a self-closing tag. Then the src, which is the source. So Scottigen.png, and then auth, of course, we need the auth, the authenticates. So I'm going to say the brand logo. And then after that, I will create navigation. So I can give this a class name of nav. Okay. And right here we have to say nav name. Okay, and then I want to create list. Class name of nav. Okay, and then anchor tag with the class of nav link. Okay, but I want 3. I want maybe 4 basically. No, let's do it 4, and for each of them I want a with the class of nav link of time. Great. So what I'm going to do right now is I don't want them to point to anywhere, so I'm just going to use hash. I don't want these links to point to anywhere. I'll just give this a fake name or about services, maybe contact. So this to make it more obvious. So I just hope my okay, great. So that was so sorry. This, yeah, great. Now take a look at this markup carefully with body, and right in the body we have just one single child element, which is this header. Header is the only child element that we now see the importance of parent-child relation. It matters a lot, especially if you are dealing with Flexbox. You need to understand which element is acting as a parent element, which one should be flex container. Because by the time you make an element flex container, all the child elements will become the flex items. Now, for instance, if header becomes a flex container, right? That means we only have 2 flex items, which are the ing tag and the nav tag. H2 item, because UL is not a flex item. UL is not a direct child to header. The direct or the direct children of header are the ing and the called the nav. Similarly, if we make nav a flex container, right, it means that we only have one flex item, which is UL, because we only have one direct element. And then if we actually make a flex container, it means that we have 4 items, because we have 4 list items. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. It's as simple as that. So right now I want to create a simple navigation bar. So what's going to happen to build this, and then hopefully after the outputs, and I'm going to explain what is going on. So I'm going to change this HTML. Great. So what's happening to our image? See our image. Okay, it's there actually. I guess it's because it is actually a PNG, which is quite transparent. You can't see it. It's white. So I will head back to the CSS. So first thing, I want to reset the default user styles, margin 0, box sizing, border box, and then to set my HTML font size to 62.5%. This means that no, 2.5% makes 10 pixels. Simple. And then I think we have an header, right? We have an header. This header, right? If you can give it a class name, doesn't matter. I just want to use classes or two. Okay, now the CSS. So we have header. The first thing I would like to do is give header a dark, a dark brown, so that we can see our logo. Background. Save. Okay, I think the image is too large. The image is too large. Okay, great. You can see it. The image is quite large, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to reduce the image. Again, I will give the image a class attribute of maybe brand. All right, so brand double under logo, brand double underscore logo. I'm going to introduce us to this BEM way of naming classes. So brand double underscore logo. I'll set the weight to, let's say 50 pixels or 80. That's not too small. Okay, great. So the image was too large, that's why. Now we go. Now the next do is I'll be back to this. Then I will look at my HTML. So the idea is that I actually want to this logo to be around here. So we're there's going to be space, actually some space here. And then I would like to all these navigation links to the other side. Okay, to the other side, basically using some Flexbox properties. Now to do that, look at it carefully. We have and then the navigation and everything is inside the header. So which means you can actually make this header a flex container, and that way the logo and the navigation links will be aligned side by side horizontally, right? So which means if I head back to the browser, my CSS, and make this header here a flex container. To make it a flex container, all we need to do is to set the display property flex. Save this, head to the browser and refresh. I don't know why it's okay. So we've been able to keep what's it called, the flex items side by side, okay, because of the flex container or the display property that we set to flex in our CSS. So the next thing, I want them to be aligned. Okay, I want them to be aligned equally to the center, and that I can use align items. So vertically, because align items works along the cross axis, and at this point the default is still back to align items center. align items, enter, save. Now I think the issue is coming from the image. Save this. Okay, good. So these are aligned to the center, but it doesn't look like it, and here it is from the image, right? So I think to avoid any mistake or any confusion right now, I'm going to comment out this image and use a text instead. Check the height of the image before now, but don't worry, I'll just name logo. All right, logo, and then the text is so that we can see color white. Great. So this is what you're expecting. Now the image actually comes with some margin and some width and height, which we kind of confuse us if we are moving forward with our Flexbox designs. But anyways, this is the desired output that I was expecting actually. And then we have this. Okay, everything is aligned vertically to the center as a align item. Now the next thing I would like to do before we proceed with some of the Flexbox properties to pad it. I would like to pad it, padding from our box model. Where are we? The browser. Now padding means that I need space inside the box. And remember, padding is the space between the content and the border, right? That we have inside the box. Padding to the left, even to the top, to the bottom, and of course to the right. So I can padding of on the same header before the Flexbox property. It doesn't matter, but I want to separate from property. So that's why I'm putting it here. So I would like to give this padding of 3.2 rem. So which means 32 pixels to the top, 32 pixels up and bottom, and then maybe 48. That's 4.8. 4.8 rem. Sorry about that. Okay, great. Not bad. Not bad. Why? I feel for this guy is too much. For 2.8 for the top and bottom. 2.8. Okay. All right. Now, the next thing push is to keep this logo at the position it is to the left, and then push navigations to the extreme end of flex container. Remember, this dark background is our flex container at this point. And the reason why this logo is not starting beginning is because we have applied to the left, right, from this property that we have here. Padding for this pixels to the left and right at this point. So which means the content cannot at the extreme at the beginning of the flex container. Similar, if you push this flex item to the end, you are not going to see it here. There is a before the end of the flex container. And remember, justify content, right? Justify content which follows the main axis by default. It follows the main axis, and the main axis at this point is horizontal. And one of the values that we can set to justify content is space between. So which means going to get all this empty space that we have here and then share it equally between the flex items. We only have two flex items here, the logo and the navigation. So if I head back to the code and say justify content space between, save this and then refresh it here, it has pushed the navigations to the extreme end of the flex container. So next, I actually want the navigations to be aligned side by side as well. So which means all I need to do is to identify the container of these four links, four lists, and then make it a flex container. So I show a flex item can actually become a flex container. So here is a perfect example. So which means if we identify this guy here and notice that it is a flex item, Of course, you can make it a flex container as well. So back to the HTML. To the HTML UL, you can't make nav a flex container because it only have one item. And I want all the list to be aligned side by side horizontally. So which means I have to target this UL and make it what? A flex container. And then right now it is what? Nav. So nav menu UL, which has the class name of nav menu. We head back to the CSS and then give this nav. Is there a space? Get this correctly. Okay. Nav dash menu. Now I will say flex. So display flex means that UL has now a flex container. Refresh, and we can see it now. All the items are aligned side by side. I don't need any justified content on this gap. I need gap between the 4 links, right? Between the 4 links or 4 flex items. So I'm going to use the gap property. It's a gap of maybe 4.8, right? That's 48 pixels. Refresh. Well, it's not bad. 4.8 is not bad. But I would like to increase the font size so that we can see. So to increase the font size, then the nav links, right? The nav links, because that is where we have the content. Nav links, nav links, nav links, nav link. So nav link first, font size to the 1.8 rem. That's 18 pixels. Great. And then we like to change the color to white. White, great. And then we can now, I'm done with the layout actually. So what I'm doing right now, feel styling actually. Or as far as the layout is concerned, that is the Flexbox, I'm pretty done with it. Just want to style this a little bit. Next thing, I would like to remove this what's it called, this bullet point here, and that's the UL. Remember, UL has the bullet point, the bullet as the default, and that's the nav menu here. And the tool, you can see list style none. Nav menu is the UL. Check the HTML. Nav menu UL. So we don't want any style on our list. So I'll remove it. Underline here. This is text decoration on the link, right? So we have to target the nav link and set the text decoration to none. So now the CSS and the nav link, I want the text decoration to be set to none. Just back to the browser and refresh. Great. Then the next thing I actually want to do is to use the pseudo class. Yes, one of the pseudo selector that we have, such that if we mouse over any of the links, right, we like to change the state of the element. And one of the things I would like to do is I would like to change the color. The color. Okay. And again, we can do is we can actually create a border. For instance, I can say I want the color to be orange. Let's change the color to orange just to add some great color, and then maybe border pixel solid orange. Again, I'm only styling right now. We're done with layout. Okay, great. And then next thing I would like to do is I would like to I feel like the text is too close to the border, so I would like to adding of to the top maybe 0.8, that's 8 pixels, right? 0.8 then that's 8. So 0.8 and 1. That's 12. 12 to the left and right. So 8 pixels to the top and bottom, 12 to the left and right pixels. Okay. Hope it's not too big. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. And then I would like to make the corner rounded. So which border radius, right? Border radius of maybe 0.9. So some 9 pixels radius there. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Great, great, great. The next thing I would like to do is anytime I mouse over on a particular link, I would like to change the background color and probably the color, right? So maybe make the background orange and then the color black, something like that. So that way I will select the nav link again and then use the pseudo class over. Remember pseudo class over, and all we need to do is to set the background to orange, then color black. Save. And if I do this, great. This. Yeah, so let's stop this point. Let's stop here. So basically, this is how we can use Flexbox to create layouts. Look at it. Gradually, we are building up a particular website. Then keep moving forward like that and see how we can use Flexbox. Complex layouts or complex designs in our application